part of my story is in my chosen field, I decided that there was still a lot to be done. And some of the pitfalls that I saw in my career field allowed me to say, hey, look, in order to make this technology or to order to make this career field even better, or at least something that works well for me, I needed to step up to the plate and offer more. And what that meant was I had to commit myself totally to what I felt was important in order to move the profession along. And that's why I really honed down and said, okay, in order to do this without certain constraints, I would have to step out on my own as an entrepreneur, so I would have more control over the final product. The typical experience means that, once again, you have all the players in place, you have all the resources that you need, you have all the supplies that you need in order to make this a great service. But often we find that that's not the case. Often we have pitfalls. Often we have supply chain issues. We have human resource issues. We have human capital issues that we cannot just smooth over and make it work. So therefore, we have to constantly be able to critically think in order to put the pieces that you do have together and make it work seamlessly. So from the outside looking in, it looks like you haven't missed a beat, that everything was planned the way you wanted it to be planned. There's certain nuances that one needs to take, or at least to think about, as they're striving to be an entrepreneur. But the main aspect, I think, of being an entrepreneur is assembling your team. And I think that if you have a type of personality that can gather people and they're able to understand and buy into your vision, then I think that with that type of team in place, that's we think about it as like a quarterback and your offensive line. The quarterback, you have to protect the quarterback. But in order to do that, you have to trust each and every individual on your offensive line to make sure that they are protecting you as you protect them. Well, I'm coming from a world where when I was growing up and when we were thinking about, development, and we didn't really have the World Wide Web to look forward in the future to say, wow, I can be here in the United States and I could actually communicate with someone in Japan, for instance, and they will have access to what I'm offering. So we never really thought of it that way. If it didn't work by mail or by word of mouth or by television ad, we couldn't think that far ahead.